Welcome to Conservation Tips. I'm David Mars. Today we're at my garden that both my wife and I thoroughly enjoy. It affords us a little extra beauty in the summer, some bees, as well as some produce from the garden. But you start these things out in the spring and you're hopefully that you're going to get some rainfall to carry you through, and that doesn't necessarily occur in Missouri weather. So how do you maintain your garden between these rainfalls and be efficient and not cost you a lot of money? Well, today on Tips we're going to explore a few of the ways that I've found out over the years that make you more water efficient and make your plants really healthy. When planting a landscape or garden, you'll want to think about how and where you will irrigate. It is best to choose native Missouri plants since they tolerate our ever-changing weather. For areas that you want to have a few plants that will need some watering, group them together. That will focus your irrigation efforts and save you some water. The first thing you want to consider when planting around your home is how good is your soil. Missouri soils tend to be kind of clay-like, really hard-like, so generally speaking, if you have a plant that comes in a container this size, you want to dig a hole about this area here for it to go into. And you want to take that soil away and get yourself some good garden soil and get yourself some growing medium like this, which has got some water-containing materials in it, so that when you're watering your plants, the water will go deep in that hole. The roots will go down and seek out a little fertilizer you might put down at the very bottom there, and they'll stay cooler and they'll hold more water better for you all summer long. Any water conservation plant outside is going to involve some mulch. Now you've got a great variety to choose from. We've got the good old standard straw bale here, which might not fit your aesthetics very well, and so you can go into the pine needle mulch here. I like the cypress mulch. It holds up fairly well from year to year, so you get a little extra, bang for your buck, so to speak. But you can also use as your grass clippings. Try to make it so you don't have any grass seeds in here, and dry it out real good before you put it on your plants, so that it'll also help you conserve some water. Now the next component to a water efficient gardening area, of course, is how you use the water. Now an apparatus like this is really handy in that you can actually get the water close to the plant, because the idea is not to have a lot of it go in the air, have it mostly go into the plant, the root area that we're talking about. Or there's a lot of nozzles that are out today that have a variety of spray patterns, and they're kind of nice, and you can customize the spray for your particular area. Like this is a soaker right here, we can get it right next to the plants. Now, if this is too much hand labor for you, you might just want to consider putting in some soaker hoses. Soaker hose is manufactured in such a way as it emits small amounts of water over its entire length. So you can put these hoses close to your plants and get the water where you really want it. So to provide your soaker area zones with some water, you have to have it, of course, coming to the garden. I use a 100-foot hose like this and feed it into a valve situation such as this. These are all connected to short pieces of hoses that then again go to the soaker hose areas, so you can kind of control the flow of water. If say one's getting wetter than another, you can come up here and control it. Now the parts that are available also make it easy for you to change the, if you poke a hole in one of your soaker hoses, or if you want some short regular hose pieces, we've got the parts to take care of that, so let's go take a look. In order to connect one soaker zone to another soaker zone, you might have to use some solid pipe. And if you find an old garden hose laying around, this is a really good use for it. You can cut the good sections out that have no leaks, and you can very simply put in a male component right here in this end, and a female component you'll find in any hardware store, basically, in this end, and you end up with a real nice connector that'll go from valve to valve. Now, if you have any leaks occur in the soaker hoses, and you have a 1/2-inch inner diameter, you can use a 1/2-inch waterline pipe like this, use the same kind of pipe clamp on it, and take care of any leaks that way also. Now I've got a few more tricks to show you upstream, so let's go take a look. Now this is the main water supply right here from the home. It goes into this header situation where it can be distributed through various zones around the property. One thing I've added to this has been a gallon meter so that I can get an idea how many gallons I'm running through my system, make sure I don't go over my water budget. And if you want to just turn it on and forget it, of course you get a timer like this to put on there so it'll shut off when you want it to. Now, irrigation company could do this, of course, very same thing that I've shown you today, but if you're a do-it-yourselfer, this is a really good way to handle it. Plus, some homes, you got sidewalks in the way, driveways in the way, it may be hard to put an irrigation system into your liking, so this will be customized to what you want. This is Dave Mars with Conservation Tips, and I'll see you next time.